students, welcome to the lecture on social media marketing. And after the lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. 1. Explain the concepts of social media sites and monetization. 2. Describe strategic social media marketing. 3. Understand the social consumers. 4. Explain the social media measurement and metrics. 5. Understand the data mining and social media. 6. Discuss the role of social media in marketing research. And 7. Define big data and social media. Let's start with a brief introduction to social media marketing. Social media marketing is the process of gaining awareness, driving traffic, and engaging customers and prospects using social media channels. When used properly, social media can be a valuable addition to departments' communication strategy. Social media is one of many marketing tools credit unions can use to communicate with members. What is social media? Social media is an internet-based form of communication. Social media platforms allow users to have conversations, share information, and create web content. What are the benefits of using social media? Billions of people around the world use social media to share information and make connections. On a personal level, social media allows us to communicate with friends and family, learn new things, develop interests, and be entertained. Let's discuss the social media sites and monetization. Most social networking companies eventually monetize through advertising and, more specifically, through native advertising or non-standard ad units that are specific to the platform and are organically integrated into the content experience.
The latest stats reveal that 82% of businesses are attempting to use social media in some way to drive traffic, get exposure, and build their brand. In fact, according to Alexa Top 500 global sites, the most popular social media platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Blogger, WordPress, and LinkedIn, are among the top 25 visited sites in the world. All of this sounds great, but the big elephant in the room is the countless hours you spend on these sites with little or no return on your investment. These sites can be enticing to us because they are free to use and they're growing at an incredible rate. But when users spend a majority of their time playing Farmville or tweeting about what they ate for dinner last night, it's hard to see how opportunities are made and business relationships are created. LinkedIn is the answer to those problems. Since 2007, I have dedicated countless hours to understanding and implementing LinkedIn strategies to grow my network and, most importantly, my net worth. And whether you're a business owner, entrepreneur, industry professional, or simply a motivated individual seeking a new job in this economy, you can no longer afford to ignore LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the #1 social networking site for business professionals looking to do more business. In fact, while everyone shouted about the massive growth Facebook and Twitter have seen, LinkedIn has quietly doubled in size in the past year. And at over 80 million members strong, they are seeing an exponential growth of more than one user added every single second. More importantly, through my experience, I've seen nothing but a higher quality of membership and interaction on LinkedIn than any other social network. In fact, executives from all Fortune 500 companies are registered on LinkedIn. When seeking new business and networking opportunities, 45% of LinkedIn's members are considered the majority decision makers for their companies, as opposed to Twitter and Facebook at just around 25 to 29%. LinkedIn also has the highest average household income per user over every other major social networking site in the world. Bottom line, when using LinkedIn, you are dealing strictly with individuals of high caliber and a business mindset focused on networking for results. It's time to cut through the gatekeepers and deal straight with the key decision makers in your industry.
How to monetize social media. Many business executives have not found sites such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, MySpace, and LinkedIn useful in making money. Building genuine online relationships that are also good for the bottom line is not so easy. There is a lot of trial and error. But while monetizing social media is difficult, it is not impossible. How to monetize social media. Build brand awareness. The first step is to use traditional media or word-of-mouth advertising to drive awareness and traffic to Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, LinkedIn, or MySpace pages. Unless one already has a recognizable brand like Nike or Apple, the brand needs to develop social media magnetism before looking to make any money. How to monetize social media. Engage audience. Social media is about having a dialogue. When one has a dialogue with a customer or prospect, the communication is much more fulfilling and much more profitable. The Petco brand has developed a strong presence in social media. How to monetize social media. Use media advertising. Many companies have used display advertising, banners, and contextual advertising such as Google AdWords. Many bloggers use Google AdSense to make money. There are plug-ins to help one make money from clicks. There are also ad networks that one can join that pool several advertisers. How to monetize social media. Set up shop on Facebook. Facebook fan pages are another way to generate sales and enthusiasm, especially if anyone has loyal fans that follow updates. List the products on a Facebook page for fans to easily share with their own friends and essentially allow product offerings to go viral. How to monetize social media. Use a retention tool. Companies do not always need to use social media as a sales tool or to acquire new customers. They can use it as a customer retention tool. If someone likes or follows a business, it is because they are interested in hearing about it on some regular basis. Zones of social media. Social media is a daunting universe of communication channels and vehicles. Many have sought to organize this universe in a visual way. The social media is divided into 4 zones, which are Zone 1, Social Community. Social community describes channels of social media focused on relationships and the common activities people participate in with others who share the same interest or identification. Thus, social communities feature two-way and multi-way communication, conversation, collaboration, and the sharing of experiences and resources. Zone 2, Social Publishing. Social publishing sites aid in the dissemination of content to an audience. The channels of social publishing include blogs, micro-sharing sites, media sharing sites, social bookmarking, and news sites. Zone 3, Social Entertainment. The zone of social entertainment encompasses channels and vehicles that offer opportunities for play and enjoyment. These include social games and gaming sites, socially enabled console games, alternate reality games, ARGs, virtual worlds, and entertainment communities. Zone 4, Social Commerce. The 4th zone is social commerce. Social commerce refers to the use of social media to assist in the online buying and selling of products and services. Social commerce leverages social shopping behaviors when online shoppers interact and collaborate during the shopping experience. Social media often feeds into the discovery of new content, such as news stories and Discovery is a search activity. Social media can also help build links that in turn support into SEO efforts. Many people also perform searches at social media sites to find social media content. Social media marketing. Library archives. This area of search engine land provides a collection of all stories written on the topic of social media. In addition to covering social media marketing, generally, search engine land also has areas specifically about particular major social media sites and social search sites. Social media tips at Marketing Land. Marketing Land is the sister site to Search Engine Land that covers all facets of the internet marketing, including social media marketing. At Marketing Land, it was found regular news coverage about social media marketing. Strategy manages investment. The research shows that investment is likely to increase over time for many credit unions. Exploratory can be step by step with minimal increments in investment. However, as investment increases and with marketplace changes, management of that investment becomes an imperative. Strategy recognizes the sales potential. Current emphasis seems to be more on brand equity and awareness. These goals can be rather nebulous in their measurement. As the investment increases, though, so will the expectations regarding sales. Strategy facilitates target marketing and related planning. Social media has different uses by different segments. Being able to understand these uses and integrate that into promotions has its advantages to increase effectiveness, although the focus is more likely to be young adults. Significant percentages of all age groups use this media. Without strategy, risk of a poor social media fit increases. First of all, if the social media messages do not tie to brand, it results in miscommunication that may actually negatively impact other marketing. Second, the social media platform selection that does not recognize who is using the platform and their uses can miss the target and waste resources. Planning process. The planning of a digital marketing involves analyzing the following: the initial aims and expected returns, the background of the brand, present positioning and perception, the audience, broken down into key segments, audience locations and value of each audience segment against initial aims. Positioning aims. Aims can be further clarified by ranking against. Focus. Aims can have a very direct and specific focus that can be achieved in a few ways, or a broad focus that can be achieved in many different ways. Process. Aims can require the audience to handle few or many steps. Example, awareness as opposed to conversion. Length of engagement. Aims may have a short-term turnaround or be long-term engagements, relationships. let's move on and talk about the social consumers. While cause marketing would not work with all customer segments, research suggests that there is a segment of social consumers who cause marketers ought to pay attention to. But who are they? What causes are most important to them? What is the best way to reach them? Social media marketing segments. Segmentation is one of the key weapons of successful marketers. It allows them to get the right messages and products to the right people. Digital consumers. Digital media is redefining consumer mindsets, patterns of purchase, and decision making. Digitally active consumers have embraced the internet, telecom, media, and social space, changing the way consumers communicate, transact, and make purchase decisions. Diffusion of innovation in a wired world. The process by which the use of an innovation, whether a product, a service, or a process, spreads throughout a market group over time and across various categories of adopters is referred to as diffusion of innovation. Innovators. Innovators are those buyers who want to be the first on the block to have the new product or service. These buyers enjoy taking risks and are regarded as highly knowledgeable. Early adopters. The second subgroup that begins to use a product or service innovation is early adopters. They generally do not like to take as much risk as innovators, but do instead wait and purchase the product after careful review. Early majority. The early majority, which represents approximately 34% of the population, is crucial because few new products and services can be profitable until this large group buys them. If the group never becomes large enough, the product or service typically fails. Late majority. At 34% of the market, the late majority is the last group of buyers to enter a new product market. When they do, the product has achieved its full market potential. Laggards. Laggards make up roughly 16% of the market. These consumers like to avoid change and rely on traditional products until they are no longer available. In some cases, laggards may never adopt a certain product or service. Regardless of the business, benchmarking, measuring, and being able to analyze results is important. If one does not, how will one know if and to what extent one is succeeding, or worse yet, what to change if one is not? The same is true with social media, but measuring social media results is difficult for a couple of reasons. Quantifying success. Social media platforms such as Facebook and Twitter enable to connect with customers in new ways, but they can take a considerable amount of time every week. Quantifying the results of social media campaigns helps to use social media time wisely and evaluate which activities and platforms are worth the efforts. Plan the social media campaign. Step 1. Set 3 to 5 specific quantifiable goals for social media campaign. Make sure to include some way of measuring success. Do not simply state goal as to increase traffic to our website, but state a specific amount by which one would like to increase website traffic. Step 2. Determine the best ways to use online and offline marketing tools to reach goals. If your goal is to drive traffic to your website, one might publish a series of blog posts written by the company's executive team about how they use the company's products. Step 3. Decide how long a social media campaign will last. Social media presence should be ongoing, but each specific campaign should have a definite end date. Step 4. Check social media campaigns' progress at specific intervals. This gives a chance to modify tactics to increase a campaign's effectiveness. Data mining and social media. Data mining is a process of discovering useful or actionable knowledge in large-scale data. Data mining also means knowledge discovery from data, KDD, which describes the typical process of extracting useful information from raw data. The KDD process broadly consists of the following tasks: data pre-processing, data mining, post-processing. Did you know total time spent on social media in the U.S. across PCs and mobile devices increased 37% to 121 billion minutes in July 2012 compared to 88 billion in July 2011. Let's explore the role of social media in marketing research. Marketing research can provide valuable information concerning marketing communications and media selection. Advertising effectiveness research examines the effectiveness of advertising and marketing communications. Big data and social media. Big data approaches to analyzing social media data can increase understanding of how people think and act. Organizations can use this information to inform their activities, improve decision-making, target products and services more effectively, and to try to influence users' behaviors in the future. Collecting social media data. Access to large quantities of readily available data on millions of people's activities and behaviors are a highly valuable resource for researchers and organizations. Analyzing social media data. The rate of unstructured data production on social media makes it difficult to analyze using traditional methods that rely on human analysts. Social media analytics is a new field of study that is developing automated or semi-automated methods for analyzing data. Marketing. In marketing, one of the most significant applications of social media data is through retargeting. This is where advertising companies mark or tag online users when they visit a certain brand or company website and re-advertise only to the people who have shown some interest in the brand. Now, in the end, let us summarize what we have learned in this lecture. Social media marketing is the process of gaining awareness, driving traffic, and engaging customers and prospects using social media channels. Facebook and Twitter, both mature, publicly traded companies with well-established revenue streams, have been the pace setters in social by effectively monetizing their respective native ad units. Sponsored stories for Facebook and promoted tweets for Twitter. Social media marketing refers to the process of gaining traffic or attention through social media sites. Marketing Land is the sister site to Search Engine Land that covers all facets of the internet marketing, including social media marketing.